Alright, and we're live. Okay, hello, welcome. My name is Logan, and I'm making a game called Squirrels Gone Nuts for my capstone project. The game is a multiplayer squirrel shooter. I'll show a little demo. Actually, let me put this maximized. So, it's kind of like a movement shooter, and good. I'm building it in Unity using fish networking as the multiplayer solution. So basically, you're this squirrel. You run along these edges, and then when you jump to a different edge, camera rotates and follows with you. So that's kind of the main gimmick behind it. Right there, I just picked up that assault rifle, so then you can shoot by using left click and jump and shoot and all that. Pick up weapons with F, and ideally I'll have that rebound to, or allow the user to bind that. Some other thing, you see these acorns around here, they're called health nuts, and they'll restore your health to full health when you go. And then different weapons have different stats, so this one you can see the bloom will start happening as you hold down the trigger for longer. So the cursor will get, or the crosshair will get bigger. So then the last movement mechanic is sliding. So if you are running, you can slide, and then it doesn't allow you to add in any more input, but you're able to carry your momentum. So you can do kind of cool things like this, where you're just like sliding super fast down slopes. So let me boot up another player to show what some shooting looks like. Basically, I've been working on this since May 2022. So yeah, last May. So a year and a half now, I've been working on it. Off and on, not super structured, but it is a part of my capstone that I'll stay somewhat on task. So I'll meet with my advisor like every 2 weeks during semester time, and we'll go over like progress, and he'll make sure that I'm staying on track. So now we got another player booted in, and if I start the server on here, see this client gets loaded in. Since it's the host, he just doesn't have a username, but on this client it'll have a little screen that you can enter in your username. So I'll do something like my name, Logan, and then we will both be in the game. If you press tab, then you can see the scoreboard, and if I press enter, it will ready me up on this client. Then if I come back over to this guy, see that Logan is ready, and then if I ready up on here, it starts the game countdown, and at 0 you're able to move. You aren't able to move or shoot before that, but you can grab guns. So this was the shotgun, the one I didn't even show before, but you can run over. Let me grab, oh, where'd that guy spawn? I'll grab the AR so you don't kill him instantly. So we'll have different damage types and all that, and range based on the gun type, but as you can see, if you're shooting and you shoot through him, the bullet hits him, it'll do 23 damage each time. Now if we switch back to, oh, I pressed Alt, so that's why I'm starting to slide. This Alt key is the slide key. So I'm full, I'm like basically completely hit right now. So if I go find a health nut, I can press F to pick it up and then get my health back. Now I come down here, and let's say I kill this guy. See, a little death animation pops up. I just added that in like a little bit ago. Yeah, so that's the gist of it. This guy's still sliding. I gotta do that. That's actually something we're gonna work on today, is player initialization. So getting the player to reset back to a normal state when the game ends and when they die. So right now you'll basically just stay in the same state. You'll be shooting if you're still shooting, things like that. So goal is to just have them reset back to a normal state and orient the camera so that it's not as jarring for the player when they respawn. Sometimes when in the playtests I've played with my friends is the camera will get a little jarring when you respawn. I guess on that note, I've had like 3 like little, they're not even beta tests, they're like alpha tests at this point with my friends, just to play, see how it feels. It's pretty fun, gets a little crazy. Definitely things are just flying all over the place. That being said, I just added in client predictive shooting. So before you would before I added that, when you would shoot, the bullet wouldn't. Oh my gosh, that's a little crazy on the backside. The bullet wouldn't shoot immediately, so it would make the call to the server. The server would respond saying, "Hey, you're good," and then display the shot for all the clients. But now, when you're the client, as soon as you click, it shows the shot, sends it to the server, and says, "Hey, I shot at this time step. You should check if I hit the guy at that time step because I think I did or didn't, whatever it is." Then, if it is good, then the server will take off the health and do all that. But if it's not, then basically nothing happens. But the client sees that shot immediately, and it'll hit that person immediately based on the server's time step. So it'll take those colliders when the server receives the shot, roll them back to whatever time that the client shot at, check if they hit them there. It just makes it a lot smoother, a lot snappier. You feel like you're in a lot more control. You feel like your shots are hitting better. Because previously you'd be jumping through the air shooting, and your bullets, like you can see even there, they look like they're kind of coming from a little bit away from the gun, but it used to be like a full body length away. So you can see it's like that little bit, and it's not even that bad. Because that's like actually where your bullets spawned when you shot, and the trails are just long enough that it doesn't look like, I guess I could probably shorten up the trails, the bullet trails, to make it look a little better. But for now, it's not that bad. Also, if this is getting a little disorienting, watching me just like go around and like the camera feels like it's just going all haywire, I can kind of assure you that it's a lot better when you're playing. I don't know why, but it's jarring to watch, but it feels better to play. Yeah. So that's kind of just a rundown of what we've got so far. Right now I'm doing tests on this server called Playflow. It's like a little development server that runs for about an hour. Super nice and easy to set up, but eventually I'll have to switch to something that's like more robust, so I can have multiple matches and matchmaking, maybe stuff like that. Yeah, let's think about this. Oh, before just a little bit ago, I had this mechanic in the game where when you shot in the air, it would actually move your character, and that was super cool. It was like, it felt awesome. But I had to take it out due to how I set up the movement system. So the movement system is server authoritative. That means that the client can't put in like input value, or can't try to cheat. So let's say if you're on the client and you modify your movement speed to be like double everybody else's, the server is still going to have that movement speed set to like whatever the normal movement speed is. So you might say that you're over, I don't know, over here. Like if you're sprinting, it might look like you're going super fast, but the server is going to be like, hey, you're not actually going that fast. I'm going to reconcile you back to your position. So yeah, basically server authoritative movement. It's kind of like what all modern multiplayer games use these days, with client prediction. So that means like same with the shooting. So when you shoot, the bullet shows immediately. When you press a move key, you start moving immediately. The server doesn't know you start moving immediately because it still has to have that response time, whatever your ping is. But it looks like you're moving immediately, and then the server would be like, yeah, you're allowed to do that or not. Yeah, I don't even know. I think that's pretty good rundown of what we've gotten done so far. I think I'll open up my, uh, so this is just like my development, um, I don't even know what you want to call it, uh, my project management stuff. So I'll use Notion because it's got some pretty nice stuff, but a lot of the time I'll use Microsoft OneNote. I have a two-in-one laptop, and I'll use the like drawing feature a lot. So especially like with these menus and lobbies, just like this is something that I'll do. I'll just like kind of plan out what the UI is going to look like and feel like. This is like almost like a state machine. Um, Granted, I did start thinking about a different type of lobby style I want to use, so I'm not in this what I call an evolution yet. So that's a little bit farther down the road. But I had an idea that I just wanted to use like a simple Among Us style lobbies. So you're able to host one or join one. If you click join, there'll be a public server list of all the people that are hosting public servers, or you can choose to host a private server, which then has like the attached code. I mean, public and private will both have the code, but then a player can join a private server if they have the code, so you'll just have to share it with them through another means. I think that's like a good initial setup, pretty simple, but it also allows for a lot of extensibility. Okay, here's the user story backlog. So these are, I guess here I'll like run through my plan. So I kind of started off with almost like a waterfall method. It's like the real software project or like was it software development method lifecycle method is an evolutionary life cycle. That was working fine, but basically what it is you break your project into distinct evolutions that are kind of like mini waterfalls. Um, so each evolution you would have a design phase, or here it is, a requirements and spec. So you define all like the user stories in a way, the features and system requirements. Then you design. So then you'll do some designing and modeling to like any of the components, figure out how they're going to work together. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just like maybe like ER diagrams, class diagrams, things like that. And then you just implement it. So coding and then testing. And that was fine. It was working decent for the first few evolutions to get my feet, or like to get everything set. So like I wanted to spend a good time planning out the project structure and figuring that all out. But then after a while, it just became too cumbersome, and the development process was a lot more iterative and like feedback focused. So then I switched to more of an agile method. Um, let's see if I got that plan. Switching project management model. So this is kind of an entire rundown of like basically what I just said. But then I switched to more of like a Scrum model. Scrum, this is what I'm calling Scrum evolution. So I still have those evolutions, distinct evolutions, where I have like the movement system. So that was everything from like moving left and right, jumping. That took quite a while because I kind of had to write my own physics system for that. Unity's like rigid bodies weren't really cooperating well with the idea of running on walls. They really like to be able to just stay on flat ground. Um, and I'm sure I could have gotten to work at one point, but it was just a lot easier for me to use like raycast to orient the body based on what uh, wall it was on or something like that. So that was the movement system, and then I moved into state management and synchronization, which is basically the networking. So I figured out like what networking solution I wanted to use, and that was all in like the research and specification phase. So I kind of went through like Unity just released their new netcode for game objects, and I thought that was gonna be good, but then it just turned out to not have like some of the features that I needed, like the client side prediction, and there were some other things that weren't really playing nice. And it was pretty new, so I didn't know if it was going to be um, like well documented, stuff like that. Um, I looked at like Mirror and Photon. I think those are the same thing, and that was fine. But I think there was another thing where it was just like didn't have the features that I wanted. And then I found this thing called Fishnet, and it's been pretty nice actually. Um, it's actually been really nice. Uh, Design decisions, netcode for game objects. Yeah, so my initial findings. Long story short, it's not. Okay, yeah. Well, whatever. We landed on Fishnet. Fishnet is pretty awesome. They got a nice Discord server that's like they got this channel called the Wild West of Help, and you can just ask any question. You'll usually get a response in 5 minutes. It's super nice. Um, so, anyways, this was basically setting it up the connections or like the server client server model, getting movement working, all that stuff. After I got this set up, it was really nice because I was able to just code everything from a multiplayer first perspective. And they always say like if you're gonna make a multiplayer game, do it right off the bat, if so you don't have to like retrofit everything. And that's true, but I just didn't even know what I wanted to do at first. Or I knew I wanted to do a multiplayer game, but I didn't know. Like I feel like you have to get some of your movement mechanics out of the way first before you can even start making the multiplayer. Um, Especially since this was my first. Well, I mean, honestly, this is like my first game in Unity, really. I've made games before. I made them in Game Maker though, and Game Maker's good, pretty fun. But I like Unity. It feels a little more powerful. They got a few more features available, which is nice. Um, Considered Godot. Probably should have gone with that now after all the Unity debacle stuff. Um, okay, anyways, we made it through the movement evolution, state management, synchronization evolution. That took me to about from May 2022 to December. No, even into February or March 2023. So then I moved into the combat evolution. I guess, yeah, and you can see that now I have these sprints, these planning, the tasks and tests, and all that stuff. Um, this is, yeah, definitely, it just served me a lot better to do it this way. So I had this huge user story backlog. I would assign story points based on whatever this matrix is, but it's really just I think it's the Fibonacci sequence. So yeah, you do 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Did that, worked out well, and then iterated through sprints. Basically just went down, I guess I can't keep through that. Did these sprints, did a bunch of sprints, planning this all out. Right around here, I think, was when schools started to let up, and I just kind of got, I don't even know, burnt out maybe. Basically, yeah, today is June 20th. Haven't worked on SGN since May 31st, so took a little break. Then got back into it, finished up the combat over the summer, moved into this thing what I call like core gameplay. So I wanted to finish up just what consisted of the gameplay that was going to happen like during a match or during a game. So just a lot. Honestly, there was a lot of polish items, cleaning stuff up like that. And then, I wonder if I can, oh, cool. Oh, damn. Why is that closed when that's annoying. Whatever. Not that it's going to be useful. Okay. Currently in the core gameplay. I've been starting to do this thing where I run beta tests at the end of each sprint, which has helped because it's kind of creating more of a user feedback loop, so I'll get more input. Sashi's my roommate, so we like just, I don't know. A lot of this stuff honestly was weapon balancing, which is like not super important at this point. But I guess that's kind of good because that means a lot of the other features of the game are working well at least. So we're currently in sprint 3 of this. It is October 6th today. honestly gotten quite a bit done. So then this is where my Notion board comes in. This is like the sprint progress tracking. So you see we got nothing in the evolution backlog, nothing in the next sprint backlog because this is the last sprint of the evolution. Current sprint backlog, I mean, I guess I could probably move some of these over here. I think I'm going to actually move that over there. We're working on sounds today, and player initialization. Scoreboard synchronization, I still don't even know why that's like happening. It never happens. So it's like a funny little problem with the scoreboard. The ready up actually. So you saw like the ready up worked fine when I did it in just locally. So if I run it with a host, ready up works fine. But as soon as I deploy it to that Playflow server, and then send the clients out, so I'd make a build and then put it up on itch.io, and then my buddies download it. Not the most efficient right now way of doing it, but it's what we got. So when they download it and then we load it up, the scoreboard, you'll be able to unready someone when you try to ready. So if, like I press enter, and if I press enter, I ready myself up, but I also unready the other person. So like the way we get games started right now is just mashing the enter button. All of us would be like, all right, we're ready to play the next one, and we'll just mash the enter button. So that is something I got to figure out for sure. I mean, the problem is it's not super important because that's not how the game is going to work in event like it in the end. So it's going to work more like a Call of Duty lobby system. So you'll do the whole, even Among Us, whatever. I guess you ready up? One person clicks start in Among Us, but you're going to have a lobby that's in a separate scene or something like that, and all the players are going to join, and then eventually, either by having a full lobby or someone pressing start, kind of like in Among Us or Call of Duty, where it's just like at some point they just start the game. It's going to take all those players and then move them to the game world or the game scene. Start the game automatically. It doesn't have to do the ready up procedure. It's just going to transport them and then do the countdown. So everybody gets in, and then basically, yeah, when all the players are in the scene and they're loaded in, then the countdown starts. So the ready up system really isn't that important anymore. But I just put it on here just because like it's going to be useful for a few playtests for now. Anyways, what we're working on today: streamlining the player initialization. This is, I think I explained it a little bit, but when the player dies or the game ends, we're going to stop all the actions that the player is currently doing. So whether that's shooting, moving, sliding, you're going to reset the player mode back to whatever, like combat mode probably. Yeah, so we're working on that, and then we're going to start adding sounds. So we got sounds for, oh my gosh, well, this is quite a bit. I was only planning on adding the weapon firing sounds right now because I also have to figure out how to network sounds, how that works. I think I have an idea for it of how it's going to work. So it's going to work similar to the death animation actually. Well, never mind. I don't know how this works. So I guess let's just get right into it. I'm tired. Let's get some coffee. Oh man, that was a problem. So I like added in the death indicators, but I brought stuff up from a previous commit. So I did the death indicators at one point on a Git branch. Or not a Git branch, on like a commit way back here, death indicator, right? So I went back, checked out the commit, like looked at how they worked, pulled some scripts out and some stuff like that to, like from this commit, changed the head back to this, or at least I guess I did. I don't know. It was in detached mode. So I made all those changes, I committed them, and I didn't realize that like it was in detached mode or something like that. The head was detached. So it just committed to a random history, I guess. So I was like, oh my gosh, I just lost like 2 hours of progress right there. Turns out you can, if you commit something like that, this will be the commit. Just got committed into oblivion, I guess. I took this commit, and then you can create a branch from it, and then merge it back in, which is nice. So that was a little bit of a problem there for a little bit. Actually, I'm still on that branch, whatever. What do we got right here? Well, just the stupid things that always pop up. Alright. So, player initialization. So, when the player dies, we need to, basically in the mode manager, probably the first one, whoa, what the heck? That's like super delayed. Is lower than recommended bit rate. How do I do that? Stream settings. What's the? Oh, okay. I'm not going crazy. Well, I am. Just for a different reason. Okay. Right. We're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so in the mode manager, let's close all these. It's getting a little crazy. Player, mode manager. So in this, we want to have something that listens to, I don't think I have any, so we're going to have something that listens to player health, serialized field, private, and then what emits the on death. This is an event that lives in the player health. Correct. So we're going to listen to that by getting it from player health. And then in the, that's going to be emitted on the server. So public override void on start server. Server. We are going to listen to well, first we gotta get player health. Let's do equals get component player health, and then we're gonna go player health dot on listener. Add that listener to the on death. Then we'll have this private void on death, change mode server, parkour. Let's do combat. Change mode server, is this something? Oh, it's a server RPC. Yeah, I don't think I need that though because I'm already on the server. So instead, what is this change mode server? Just current mode is this change mode of service. On change mode is going to invoke these. Okay. So we'll take this and put that here. We got the mode equal to can I do mode dot combat. Combat. So when we die, we're going to set the current mode to combat, change the mode on the observers to that combat mode. Perfect. Let's go ahead and test that out real quick. I'm surprised I didn't have to reload anything. Alright. So we can run around, and let's say we're in sliding mode. And then I have P bound to do some damage. So if we're in sliding mode and we die, it looks like the mode got reset. I don't think I've ever hit that respawn position. That's weird. So we're from sprint mode. Bang, 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 bang. And there we go. Cool. That is looking good. Next up, when we die, we want to stop the shooting, correct? So this has got to have non-death listener. See, I don't. Good. This has got to have non-death listener somewhere. All right. No. Mode manager. Player health. Nothing. Should really organize these at some point. But not today. Serialize the field. Go player health. Boom. On the server, we're gonna do player health equals get component player health. Go down here. Well, I guess I have my listeners up here. Player health dot on death. Add listener on death. Have a private void on death. Say is shooting is false. Yeah. Well, is that working though? Shooting is false. I should have one. Yeah, let's disable the combat too. So let's have another listener to the respawn manager. So respawn, yeah, I said first. Serialize the field, private, respawn manager. There we go. Set it up so respawn manager equals that component. On death does need to take a few more. On respawn, on death needs a bool. It's not going to be worried about an effector 3. That also doesn't matter. Is shooting is false. Underscore it is combat disabled equals true. There you go. Private void. On respawn, combat disabled equals false, and is shooting still going to equal false. I don't know. Sometimes initialization things stay weird, so we'll do that. Alright. Okay. Now, how do I test this, though? I don't think I'm going to be able to test this with... Yeah, well, I'm an idiot. I get to hit myself with the P button. Okay. That seems like it should work. Go here. Bang. So, say you grab this gun, we're shooting, P, and we got killed. And we're still holding down, trying to shoot still, can't. Cool. So we're shooting, hold, and press P. Still holding down. I'm like, oh, why am I not shooting? Oh, another thing that looks kind of weird. So if I'm holding down the fire button, your screen your camera locks its rotation. Um, Not as important now, but back when I had the mechanic in where if you jump and then you shoot, the like recoil of the weapon could send you flying in a certain certain direction, like opposite of which way you shot. Um, that would really screw with the um, that would really screw with the camera because let's say you're jumping and then your angle is like supposed to be like that, but then you jump and then you shoot and then like your body rotates because it predicts a new landing position. Um, then your camera would rotate with it, so it's a lot easier to just lock the camera rotation when you're shooting. It also makes it a lot easier to know where your shots are going when you're shooting in the air. And like if you're like trying to shoot this guy right here and you're like walking around here, it's way easier to track than having to track him while you're doing that. Like that tracking's way harder. Maybe it could have been a skill gap, but I don't know. I like the way it is now, so we're keeping it. All right. So I think that that's working perfect. Go save, and then I think I saw this. So on the game end, combat disabled. Now I think that's working. It could be wrong. Mode manager. So this is something we can listen to. The same thing in the mode manager as the combat system. When we have these game start and game end triggers, we should also listen to these in the mode and set the mode when the game starts, so that you're not starting off in a sliding state. So how do we do that? So I have this singleton called Game State Manager, and in the server, I can listen to it. So we can go Game State Manager dot instance dot on game start, add listener on game start. Right. I wonder. So do I have one for the on countdown, on initiate countdown? That actually might be the better one. I guess we could do both, but it might just be, it's gonna be better for the initiate countdown. So game end start and we're gonna have a private void on initiate countdown, current mode is equals combat. Yeah, perfect. You're gonna do the same thing for game end. Parkour does not need to be parkour, combat still. Alright. Cool. So we got that. So now when the game starts, you're gonna come back to the normal position. That's good. I think that's really it for initialization. I can't think of any more scenarios. I'm sure they're gonna pop up, and I'm gonna be like, well, of course. But for now, that's good. Probably did not need to attach so many story points to that. Yeah, 3 is a little too much. Put that in testing. Okay, let's commit that. Fixed player initialization for mode and combat and shooting. Cool. Oh, that should not be on the Dev Indicators branch. Let's just merge these back into Dev and call it good. And then we go over to Dev and push that. I think this repository is public, so you can check it out at github.com/LoganLarson. Castify is a different thing. to the SGN. And to the SGN. To watching. What? Ayo, nice. He's interested. That's sick. So it is public. Alright, from force pushing to what? Protect this branch. Great. Oh my gosh. Too afraid. Yeah, so you can check it out on GitHub. I won't lie, code is messy, so don't judge. It's been, a year and a half of work. The code base doesn't always stay super pretty, but I try my best. And I know things that I could do now, but I don't want to go through the whole refactoring hell right now. Also, yeah, this being my first multiplayer game and first game in Unity. Okay, I say first with air quotes for the game in Unity because I built one before for this FBLA competition. It's like a trivia game. So it wasn't anything crazy, but it still took a little bit. It was like a 3D first-person shooter for it, or not first-person shooter, but like a 3D first-person game where you walk up to the characters of the show in the office, and they ask you questions about FBLA. So that was my first game. Now, this is technically my second game in Unity. 4 years after that, I did that. That was my senior year of high school, and now I started my senior year of college with this. But this is also my first multiplayer game ever. I always dreamt about making multiplayer games when I was younger. Just never had the courage or capacity to do it. Because there's a lot that goes into it. But we're here now. Alright, where was I? So we just committed the streamline player initialization. We'll put that in testing. Try that out. Now we're going to go on to sounds. So I'm thinking we do some weapon firing sounds. And let's try to get it so that they are spatially relevant, right? So if you're far away from a player, that sound is going to be played less loud, quieter. There you go. So I think that what's it called? I think Fishnet, not Fishnet, but Unity is going to handle a lot of this for us. The sounds being quieter, farther away from a player. I think we just have to mess with some balancing for it. But I want to say there was also something in Fishnet that they had to address about it. Maybe sound. No. There's something about replaying sounds. This might be. I don't know. I could probably just get right into it though. Guides, network objects, types. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's just go for it. First of all, let's try even playing a sound in Unity. I don't think I've ever done that. So I can do this just client side when you shoot in the combat system. So combat system handles everything related to shooting. Really should be the shooting system, but whatever. The reason why these are named systems and then I started naming them managers is initially I was trying to follow this entity component system framework. So it's it's a pretty good system to use in game development because it's how you can logically think about the games, and it makes more sense if you're going to write your own if you're going to write your game without a set game engine. So Unity already does this for you, but then I tried to layer it on top of their existing their system, which uses the like the lifecycle hooks of like awake, start, update. So those are kind of your your systems in Unity. And then there's these things called entities, which would be your game objects, and then their components, which are named components in Unity. But the components do a little bit more than what a component would do in an entity component system. So in ECS, your systems do all the data processing, and all your components do is house data. So your player could have something like, let's say you have a position component. That's going to have an X and a Y value. Those are just values. Your position component doesn't do anything about modifying those values. It doesn't have lifecycle hooks like you can in Unity. So in Unity, you would probably make something like the movement system, or like a movement manager, or movement script, or whatever. And that's going to have to start and update, and it's going to wait for key events and all that. But that would be in a separate structure called a system. And in that system, it's going to take the entities, iterate through them, determine what data needs to be computed based on other states in the game, return those, and then update the data, or update the components, and then those components get fed to the renderer, and the renderer just takes a game state and renders it to the screen. It doesn't do anything else. So Unity kind of breaks that apart, does it a little differently. That's okay. I've figured it out a little bit now, but I think in the next game I make, I will be ditching Unity for sure, and I'll probably try to write it in write it without a dedicated game engine. Just because I want to have more control about how I design the game. Unity, it actually, it feels like it doesn't promote good design behaviors. It feels like you need to couple your components very tightly to achieve things. You're constantly importing scripts in other scripts, like doing a bunch of that like dependency injection style, but it's unnecessary in my opinion. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, that's for another time. But yeah, next time I make a game, I'm probably gonna just write it in a language, use a graphics library for rendering, handle all of the gameplay loop and that myself, so I know exactly what's going on. But that's down the line, obviously. I still got like 8 months left on this project. 8? No. 6. 6 months left on this project. So that is for another time. Anyways, let's get into sounds. First of all, what do we need here? For sounds, what do we need? Holy shit, just went blank. We want to play a sound when the person shoots. How do we do that? Should we attach it to the weapon info script? Can you do that? So this is a scriptable object for each of the weapons. This is how I can do like weapon balancing pretty fast. So I will go into these and I'll just modify these values on the fly, and they'll get updated. So then I can I don't know, easy weapon balancing. That just sounds so stupid. But I wonder if I can attach a sound into here so that it has a weapon fire sound. Now that's interesting. Let's look at Unity docs. Not what I wanted. Unity docs. Sound. Am I not looking up the right thing? It's audio. That's why. Audio. a representation of audio sources in 3D. It's fine. 2Ds, yeah, it'll work. Okay, an audio source is attached to a game object for playing sounds in a 3D environment. In order to play 3D sounds, you also need to have an audio listener. The audio listener is normally attached to your camera you want to use. Whether the sounds are played in 2D or 3D is determined by the audio importer settings. Okay, so I guess first things first is we should check our camera to see if it has an audio. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, audio listener. Okay, well, gonna need that audio listener. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Okay. You can play a single audio clip using play, pause, and stop. You can adjust its volume while playing. Seek time. Multiple sounds can be played on an audio source using So I do need an audio source. Let's figure out where I want to play this from though. In the combat system, I check the shoot. Check shoot. Yeah. In the check shoot, if I make it past here, I'm going to shoot an actual bullet. And here is where we can do it. Current weapon is this. This is the weapon info. We can attach the audio source to that weapon info. So let's do that. Audio source, cool. Whoa, why is that camera up there? Whatever, weird. Go into here, go public, audio source. What are these other ones? Probably don't have audio source. Source, fire sound. Yeah, fire sound. Cool. Now let's crank open Audacity. You're kidding? What the? Oh, I don't know why I don't have that. It's kind of odd. Audio source. No, oh my gosh. Audacity. Download. Just give me the exe. What? Oh, good. Say what? Say Linux. Okay, good. Next. All good to me. Oh. So can I update the bitrate on the fly? Looks good to me. Launch Audacity, hell yeah. Yeah, I can't update it on the fly. Why does it look like shit though? Oh, it doesn't. Okay. If I don't do auto. Nice. That's much better. So it's going to be blurry for the first bit. Big whoop. Okay, so we got Audacity. Open this sucker up. Okay. Don't show me this again. Alright, let's record a shooting sound. What should we do? That's money. How do I crop? Oh shit. Nice. Oh yeah. Let's put that back. Nice. That's gonna sound sick. Oh, do I have to save it? Probably. File, save, project, export. Export is, yeah, MP3. Let's just name that one SMG. You know, that sounded like a little wing shot. Export that one to projects, TSGN, assets, new folder, sounds, SMG. Okay, nice. Okay. Ugh, this cord keeps getting caught. Sounds. Here we go. Here we go. Cool. So now if I go to the... Oh, you can't drag it in there? How do I get access to audio source? Maybe they can't be on... That kind of sucks, but audio source is not a supported type. Not a support, yeah. Not a supported type. The unscriptable object. Fine. So we'll take it out of there and put it on the weapon itself. Gee, there it is. Public audio source fire sound. Now if we go back. Go to the project, go to prefabs, go onto the player, go into the weapons. Now for the revolver, maybe it could be the revolver too. Now have access to the weapon. Audio source, hell yeah. Okay. Why you know, like, what? What the hell? Do I not? I probably don't know what I'm doing here. Audio source, stop playing. No, that seems right. And what is this not? So this is the MP3. Audio. No, that doesn't seem right. How the hell do you use audio? Audio mixer. New audio mixer. Is this able to be used as an audio source? No. What the hell? How to use? So, actually, let's just do this in ChatGPT. So I have an MP3 file in my Unity project. How can I play this audio when is audio. When I press a button. Press the P button. B key. To play an MP3, import, drag it, assets. Oh, that's not right. So it's not an audio clip right now. Oh, it is. It is. What the hell? Okay. Oh, that's what it is. Let's create an empty. Do revolver fire sound. Add the component audio source. Drag in this audio clip. Don't need that. Okay. Now I go back to here. Okay. Go into here. Have the fire sound. When I shoot, this is on the weapon. Yep, that's what I want. Current weapon. We'll just do it right here. Okay. Underscore weapon equip manager dot current weapon dot fire sound dot play. Now, does this loop infinitely? It could. Alright. Come on. It doesn't. That's awesome. Alright. Doesn't work with the sniper. Or, the sniper isn't even shooting anymore because it doesn't have an audio source. I should do I should do a conditional check. Just because it shouldn't stop the whole fucking thing if that's not available. If weapon equip manager dot current weapon dot fire sound is not equal to null, then we play it. Cool. That's sick. What do we got here? Wow. That's super cool. Okay, now I have to so I gotta send it to the server. Well, let's just get all the weapons set up first. Maybe record some different sounds because that'll be fun. Kind of annoying that they gotta be attached to game objects though, I won't lie. Maybe I'll make, yeah, this is actually what I'll do. We'll do create, can I do a prefab? Create prefab. SMG fire sound. Yeah, I like this. There we go. Audio source. Bang. Here we go. Save that shit. Copy that. Paste it like. What do we got? Revolver, SMG, AR, shotgun, sniper. 5. What do you think? Let's edit this guy. Oh my god. Sniper fire sound. Prefab prefab font. Rename font. Maybe I should do it down here then. Rename. Shotgun. And revolver. I name it a rifle. Yeah, rifle. Rename. Rifle. SMG sniper. Okay, cool. For now, yeah, they're all just gonna have SMG sound. That's fine. So then we go back into these should be in the prefabs. Yep, I'm going to create a folder, sounds, and go into the sounds. Go here, take all those, drag those suckers over there. Cool. Go into the player prefab. The reason why it's player fresh is I had to basically build them back up from scratch because something was wrong. Alright. So Revolver has this sound audio source, and we'll go into the sounds and drag these on to the correct ones. SMG audio source, or fire sound, yeah, perfect. Rifle. That way when we record the new ones, they'll automatically be set, and I just have to link them up to the prefabs. Shotgun, sniper. This is gonna be so sick. Okay, save. So now, go back, press play, start, enter. I don't know why it fires right away. I don't know, something to figure out. Cool. No, what the hell? Cannot play a disabled audio source. Okay. Let's think about that. Go back into prefab. Play it fresh. The Revolver is currently this, that's why. That's why the Revolver worked. Oops. So I'm getting a can't play disabled audio source when I try to set the audio source to a prefab in my assets. Now I wonder why that is. Non-instance. Don't encounter issues. Prefabs themselves are not active in the scene unless instantiated. I can't play direct audio clip. Okay. No, let's not reinstantiate those every time. Let's just have those on the player initializer, instantiate them. Well, maybe, no. Let's not overcomplicate this. Let's just drag them into the player. Just drag these prefabs into the player. It'll be a lot easier. Sounds like these. Drag them onto the weapon holder. There we go. So now, If we go into the revolver, drag in that guy. SMG, drag in that guy. I wonder if I even have to do this, but I'm gonna. And the sniper. Save. Back out of that. Bang, bang. It played. Probably gonna work. Oh yeah. Nice. This SMG is gonna sound sick. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. This is gonna get annoying as fuck. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll have to diversify the effects that it can have. Not always play the same sound. Like record 4 different fire sounds for, I don't know, man. Sick. Okay, so now we need to what we need to do is take that sound, play it on all different players, or across the observers, but from the designated audio source. So it's quieter when you're farther away, louder when you're close. I think Unity's going to handle this thing off the bat. Let's hope so. Okay, so in the combat system now, we're playing this sound, and what do we call the server? So shoot on the server, we pass in the current tick, the current weapon. That's good because we're going to use that. Oh wait, no, this is weapon info. Oh man, that's annoying. Still in the server RPC, so as long as I'm getting the weapon equip manager set, then current weapon should be synced. Do we have a on server start, on client start, on server start in this? No. What? No way. Okay, on start server, we get the weapon equip manager, same thing. So current weapon's gonna be synced. Yeah, we'll be good there. So we take that current weapon, play the fire sound. Maybe not on the server, we don't have to do that. Current weapon will be synced through the weapon equip manager. Transform.position. This is good. This is the player position, which is what we also need to draw the shot. So, or draw the shot, yeah. But what we should do right here is go play fire sound on observers. And if underscore weapon manager dot current weapon dot fire sound is not equal null, that's not going to be how it's going to go. We're going to go fire or play fire sound observers. Okay. Yep. We'll do that, and we'll also pass in the player position. Now, we'll go down here. Definitely just get rid of this. And let's do an observers RPC. It's probably going to crank something out. Let's go. We'll make that private void play fire sound, observers, audio clip, fire sound. Can you pass that over? I bet you can. Over fishnet. Yeah. Player position. Play clip at point. Look at that. Look at that. Can't ask for that better than that. Thanks, Copilot. Alright, I think this works. We'll save build. Compilers. Audio source. This takes in an audio clip. Can you not pass an audio source? Right, because the audio source needs to be generated at that point. That's where the source comes from, yeah. So it needs to take in an audio clip, which is just going to be fire sound dot clip. That checks out. Oh, gotta be back. 1 second. Alright, we're back. Had to get Sasha's package. All right. Audio clip does not support serialization. Son of a gun. However, if we pass, okay, the observer has access to this audio clip. It just needs to know what weapon it's dealing with, because then it can grab. Oh my god. Weapon info, weapon. The weapon has. So I need to pass in the weapon info, compare based on name maybe, and then I'll know fuck. What do I gotta do here? What am I supposed to do? Okay. In the combat system, we're going to shoot on the server. We have access to the weapon that they used. So we're going to pass in the weapon.name into the playfire sound. This is just going to be a string weapon name. Then get the fire sound from the player's own weapons. What is it? String? Okay. So to do this, I need to go through, say, I'm gonna actually check out the weapon equip manager, see what what we're working with here. Weapons, bang, let's go. That's sick. Okay. So what we can do is say underscore weapon equip manager dot weapons dot where w.weapon name is weapon name first to default fire sound play. Now we want to get the fire sound, and then we're gonna say this is var fire sound equals, and then play clip at point w dot weapon info dot name, and yeah, it can't be an audio source though, and we're gonna do fire sound dot clip. Bang. So basically what this is doing is we're gonna get the weapons that are on the observer that's receiving this play fire sound, and then we're going to iterate through, find the weapon that gets sent to this observer saying, hey, this is what the person used to shoot, and we're going to get that weapon, find the fire sound, get the clip from it, put it into here. Then we're going to play a clip using the singleton audio source, play a clip at a certain point. This probably gets generated by Unity. I don't know. Play the clip at a certain point in the game at that player position that was shot. Then hopefully we hear it. Okay. So let's do a little save and build. Those are normal errors that happen all the fucking time. I can't figure them out. Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. Alright, sorry. Oh, did you hear that? That's got static now that there's an audio source. Or maybe not static, I shouldn't say, but like, wow. Just plays the sound off the bat every time. Enter to start. So we can do a little bit of load. Two audio played. I bet that. Wait. Okay. What if I come down by this guy? Fuck. Can't complete the action because you're not an owner of this object. Where's this? Mode manager? Input system mode manager? That's not related to what we're doing right now. The one-shot audio is getting out there. But, oh, dang it, man. Oh, that is just trippy to watch. I'm going to put the guy on the other screen. I can't tell. I can't tell if this is working. It doesn't seem like it is. But is it just because it's not focused? It most definitely is working. Oh my gosh, and it's spatially. I mean, you gotta be right on top of the guy, but damn, that is sick. Oh, that's so cool. Let's go. That's super cool. It is working. Holy shit. Let's go. I just gotta turn up the volume maybe. Turn the volume a bit. Wow, that's sick. Got to server. What is this? Okay. That's awesome. I can't believe that just worked that fast. Like, also my volume's so low. This might be crazy loud actually. Oh fuck. Yep. Yep, it was. Okay, that's not as loud as I thought it was gonna be. Is that super loud on OBS? I don't know. Oh yeah, that's pretty loud. Alright, launch up the other guy. Wait, where's Bill? Let's go. Lock in, butter. Fuck. Can you hear people across the entire map? Like, that's very faint, but we can't have that. I gotta have the drop off be more or something. Cause that'll just get insane. Like, it's super quiet, but like, alright, well, honestly, I don't really care. I think that's sick. Let's record some more sounds. File new. Whatever. That's gonna be the, hopefully that sounds cool for the sniper. Does that sound cool for a sniper? Oh. You know what I should do? I mean, not that it's a huge deal, but there's a way that you can go like this. Go edit. You're able to silence audio. Now what I meant to do. No. Control Z. You're able to take this bit. Say this is like the level of background noise that's normal, and then it's able to take that out. Oh, how did I do that? Tracks effect, volume, loudness normalization. No. Effect, noise removal, noise reduction, get noise profile. No, that's somewhere around there though. Whatever. That sounds cool for a sniper. You want it to have like that lasting effect. This sounds more like a, I don't know, shotgun. Can I export just that little bit? That's not how this works. No, I exported the whole thing. Whoops. That's gonna be annoying. File export as MP3. Right over the shotgun. Save. Yes. Okay. Go into sounds prefabs, shotgun, sounds, boom, save. Alright, and then let's do a few more. Which one should we do next? I feel like I should save these though. Yeah, I think so. Save project, don't show that again. Cool. Audacity, yeah. This one is SMG. Close that guy. File, save project, and this one is shotgun. Cool. We'll delete that. Oh wait, Control Z. There you go. File. Nope. Oh, this is awesome. That could be something. That's just not working. Nah, that's just, I don't do that. Fuck it, we're doing it. What a good time. So now I just need the rifle. That's it. Huh. This is the first time I'm ever going to put sounds in a video game. Besides, like, cheesy background music. This is sick. If it's actually this easy, I should just be adding sounds to everything. Walk sounds. Death sound. That'd be funny. That's pathetic. Alright. How are these gonna sound? I gotta get rid of the background sound somehow. I gotta learn how to do that noise profiling or something. That's hilarious. Did I make that sound? It sounds pretty good, actually. That's funny. The Big Daddy. It's the background sound that sucks. This sounds like the pop guns, like the like those like shotgun things that you get like stringed with a suction cup on the end, and you like pop it. Oh my god. That actually sounds good. I kinda can't believe I did that. So I wonder if I can get all these clips into somehow like record the background noise. How do that one's just so out of place. The SMG actually sounds pretty good. Now let me kill myself so I can check out the revolver again. But I like the revolver too. It's that ringing that you can hear, so I got to get rid of that somehow. How to remove background noise Audacity.
Hello, I'm Mike Russell from musicradiocreative.com. I will show you right now how to remove background noise in Audacity very quickly. Here's something I recorded earlier. Let's have a listen to it. Background noise galore. This audio recording has plenty of background noise. That's really bad. You can hear that kind of windy whistle. Let me just amplify that for you so you can really have a listen. Effect, normalize, and I'm going to normalize just that section of noise so you can really hear it. Whoa, that sounds like a hurricane, doesn't it? Let's undo it. Now let's try and get rid of that hurricane windy whistle that we've got in the background of that lovely recording. First of all, what you are going to want to do is select a piece of the noise on its own without any of the speech. Have a listen. Okay, there's the noise that we want to get rid of. Then you'll go into the Effect menu of Audacity, Noise Reduction, and you'll click Get Noise Profile.
I'm right there.
Done. Okay, now Audacity will remember the exact profile, the frequencies, the makeup of just the noise. Now that you've done that, select the whole audio like that by double-clicking and go back to the Effect menu, and you want to go back to Noise Reduction. This is where you can have some fun and you can change Step 2. All of the audio you want filtered, how much do you want it to be filtered by? So noise reduction, if we take it down to 0 dB, it's not going to do anything because you're reducing the noise by nothing essentially. And all the way up to 48 dB is going to have maximum impact by taking away as much noise as possible, but it may also affect your speech. So let's put it back to default. Sensitivity, how sensitive do you want the effect to be? Again, bear in mind the more sensitive.
Okay, well, I don't that's... Yeah. Let's do the rifle because you can hear it most prominently on that. Okay, so we go to Effect, Noise, Noise Reduction, get the noise profile, double click, Effect, Noise, Noise Reduction, okay. Okay, if I export this right over it. that play every sound? It did, didn't it? How did I get that? To have that like little bit of a that echo at the end. That sounds so cool. That's why it probably sounds the best. Let's open up the file. Open the SMG. At least zoom this thing in somehow. There we go. Now let's open up. How do I move this? No. There's gotta be a move tool, man. How to move a clip in Audacity? I feel like an idiot. Oh my gosh. Like, here you go, dipshit. I think this works. So sick if it did. It does play every single one. actually. It doesn't sound like it's part of the same clip, which is the problem. This takes a lot of time. Alright. It's kind of fun though. Let's go through and remove that dead silence from all of them. Noise removal, noise reduction, get the noise profile. Effect, noise removal, noise reduction. Let's reduce that a little more. Save that shit. Oh wait, this is the shotgun, yeah. File, export, MP3. Shotgun, yes. Don't show. Alright, next up, sniper. Can I, like, elongate the sound? Does that make sense? I'm sore. Cool. Now, how about we make this thing like fading reverb? What the hell does that mean? Okay, maybe not that. Nope. EQ. Pitch and tempo. Change tempo. Length. Yeah. Let's go 5.5. This is sick. Can I like, oh my god. Oh, that's a little too much. -4. just -1. I actually kind of like -2. 2, apply. Wow. File, save, file, export. Sniper! Then got the revolver. This thing's so short, probably doesn't even have any noise. Get that noise profile. Let's actually increase the volume maybe. Effect, volume, amplify. Pitch, speed, and tempo. I don't even know what the fuck these mean. Export MP3. Revolver. Save. Yep. Yep. Rifle. Already got rid of that. Yup. Well, that one just sounds the best already. Kind of love that. Alright. Cool. I like it. Cool. Alright. I might have to wrap it up. I'm liking it. We got sounds in. We got the initialization stuff fixed. I think that's a pretty solid day. Probably gonna go hit the weight room and do a bike workout. Overall, fantastic. Start that, mute that. We'll just run a little test with this guy. Seeing how. Whoa. Start him up. Well, he'll just be. How do I want to do this? How did I do this last time? It was the other guy that was shooting, but I heard it on this screen. Yep, I can hear it right now. So like this guy will be over here. He is standing in the bottom right of the map. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Oh, the sounds probably get all wonky when that player goes to heaven. Like, do they still hear shit? Cool. I like it. This is looking good. Feeling good. That's gonna wrap up the first live stream on FutureGameDev in about 3 years. Oh my god, I gotta change that. It sounds so pathetic. Anyways, it's gonna be it for this live stream. It's a pretty solid day. Got some good stuff going. I don't know how often I'm gonna do these, but hopefully I can scrape some content out of here too, so I can make like YouTube videos on development and all that stuff. Thanks for watching if you're watching. Hopefully we can get in a lobby coming up here on SGN. Alright, see ya.